the SBA really examines the whole construction envelope, including the cladding, the installation, and the measures in place to prevent the fire spread. So its purpose is really to give that complete picture of the building's external wall safety with one authoritative set of findings. Really, what's included in the single building assessment is kind of made up of several detailed components, all brought together into this one coordinated process. So at its core is the fire risk appraisal of the external walls, and these are carried out to the PAS 9980 standard. And then this appraisal carefully then examines the materials, the design, and the construction of the building's external wall systems, and kind of assessing that with how each element would perform in a fire and identifying any of those areas of concern. They are 11 meters or taller, so it's not 18 meters as the threshold, it is 11 meters and taller. So these buildings can include a range of ownership types now. Traditionally, they have been mainly privately owned, but mixed tenure buildings are also included, meaning that properties may have a combination of privately owned and rented units. And more recently, the scope has been expanded to include registered social landlords, or RSLs, which allow then social housing providers to access the program and the benefit from the supports that's been offered by the government. So why is timing crucial? Obviously, as you mentioned, we've got 25 days left, but we do believe the extension will be granted, but until it's confirmed, you can't be certain. So time is still a critical factor. So yes, the program has got limited funding, and it is shutting down on the 25th of this month unless extended, which we believe it will be. But there's also an only unlimited amount of money in the pot. So, and considering that this is free money, it's been up for demand, but they've not spent it all, and therefore there is this opportunity and belief that the extension will take place. Okay, so despite what I have just said about the speed of actually doing any of these single building assessments, the actual process of making applications is there, but the physical aspects of completing any is pretty poor. As you can see on the screen, the numbers aren't exactly in their hundreds. So in order to track all of this, apart from the open call that gives you the opportunity to apply, there is actually the cladding assurance register. And so all the SBA findings must be uploaded to this official register. And then this is kind of ensuring that the outcomes of each assessment, including the identified risks and required remedial actions, are formally recorded. And this register went live on the 6th of January of 2025, providing a centralized and accessible system for tracking building safety information. Some of these highlights, both for the challenges kind of facing the SBA program and the opportunities it presents for the owners, residents, and stakeholders. So starting with some challenges, one of the main difficulties, and I'm sure you've experienced this, is coordinating owners across the different tenure types. So many buildings do have a mix of privately owned and rented units, which can certainly make decision-making and agreement on actions a lot more complex. There's also that technical complexity of assessments and remediation, which can be kind of intimidating, really, for residents and owners alike, often contributing to resident anxiety and about safety and disruption. And then so introduction of the building safety levy. This is a new mechanism that's been designed to provide more of a long-term funding for the cladding and building safety remediation. So this levy is scheduled to be launched in April in 2027.